The checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.
President of National Bank of Georgia, Natia Turnava, presented the institution's 2024 report to the parliament. The report reviews monetary, foreign exchange and supervisory policies as well as audited financial statements. According to Turnava, inflation remained low and stable throughout the year, primarily due to the domestic economic factors and consistent monetary policy. In 2024, inflation made up 1.1%, while core inflation, excluding volatile food, energy and cigarette prices, stood at 1.6%. This stable low inflation was mainly driven by domestic factors and the National Bank's consistent policy, which kept long-term inflation expectations near the target, she said. Turnava emphasized that monetary policy played a key role in maintaining price stability. Alongside strong demand, the improved production capacity of economy supported robust economic growth. Real GDP growth reached 9.4% in 2024. Additionally, lari's effective exchange rate remained relatively stable, further contributing to the low inflation environment. Fiscal policy also played a significant role, she said. Levan Davitashvili, Georgian Dream's first Vice Prime Minister and Minister of Economy and Sustainable Development of Georgia, met with Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman bin Jassim Al Thani, Prime Minister of Qatar, to discuss prospects for enhancing trade and economic ties between Georgia and Qatar. The meeting took place during Davitashvili's official visit to Qatar. We had a very productive meeting with the Prime Minister of Qatar, covering cooperation in investment, tourism and trade. The Qatari government maintains a very positive attitude towards Georgia. I expect high-level bilateral visits to take place this year, further strengthening our economic partnerships, said Davitashvili. The delegation, led by the first Prime Minister, attended the 5th Qatar Economic Forum held under the patronage of the Prime Minister and supported by Bloomberg. The forum brings together over 2,500 global leaders, including representatives from Gulf countries. Since 2022, Georgia and Qatar have led a bilateral agreement on mutual promotion and protection of investments, along with a broader economic, trade and technical cooperation framework. Economic and investment cooperation with Persian Gulf countries is a key priority. Qatari is emerging as a significant partner. Qatari investments in Georgia reached over $500 million in 2024, and we expect that figure to grow further, Davitashvili noted. In Q1 2025, the number of passengers carried in the airports of Georgia increased by 8.5% compared to the same period of the previous year and amounted to 1.5 million persons, according to the National Statistics Office of Georgia. As of the document, 758,000 passengers, 8.8% more, arrived to, and 780,000 passengers, 8.2% more, departed from the airports of Georgia. In Q1 of 2025, scheduled flights carried 95.7% of passengers in the airports of Georgia. In Q1 2025, the number of passenger flights from Georgian airports increased by 1.3% compared to the same period of the previous year, amounting to 7,000. The Georgian Competition and Consumer Agency has completed an investigation initiated on the basis of a joint complaint submitted by auto importers and determined that LLC Rustavi Auto Market and LLC Mikagog Georgia engaged in abuse of a dominant position in the market. The investigation revealed that in 2023, the respondent undertakings operations within the territory of Rustavi Auto Market imposed unfairly high charges for the use of parking spaces. The parking fees were increased on multiple occasions, resulting in significant discrepancy between the daily rate per parking space and the cost plus margin. The agency concluded that these actions constituted an abuse of dominant market positions, specifically throughout the position of unfairly high prices. According to the agency's decision, the respondent undertakings identified through the investigation as a single economic entity were jointly sanctioned with a total fine of 800,000 lari. Additionally, during the course of the investigation, each company was fined on 3 separate occasions for failing to provide complete information to the agency, resulting in a combined penalty of 26,000 lari. The required information was ultimately obtained through a court order. Tbilisi City Hall modified the traffic movement roads due to the ongoing rehabilitation of Songulashvili and Georgian streets in Vake district of Tbilisi. The City Hall announced that movement of public transport or motorcars will be restricted from 4 months starting from May 2022. Transport movement will be fully restricted from Vake Cemetery to Levan Samkharauli National Bureau. Traffic will move in an one-side mode at Georgian Street. Movement in the direction of Turnava settlement will be possible from Ilya Chavchavadze Avenue through Tamarashvili Avenue, University Street and Bagebi New Bridge. The Tbilisi City Hall apologized to citizens for inconvenience and discomfort. Minister of Environmental Protection and Agriculture David Songulashvili visited almond orchards of the company Yori Farms in Kakheti, the Ministry of Agriculture reported. According to the agency, the company benefits from state projects, preferential agricultural loans and Plant the Future grant program. As of the statement released by the Minister of Agriculture, Yori Farms almond orchards cover over 350 hectares. David Songulashvili focused on the potential of nut crops, including almonds, in the country and noted the importance of promoting the full use of these opportunities as much as possible. Georgian hazelnut, almond and walnut production is increasing, which means that more and more Georgian products are being produced. Demand is also increasing in international markets, which is reflected in export figures. As a result, our country's economy is strengthening, David Songulashvili stated. The company collaborates with Spanish experts and implements their phytosanitary and fertilization plans tailored to the garden's needs and compliant with European standards.
The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.